So part of what you get good at in solving math questions is making connections. You look at a question and it should trigger something for you. This question says solve, so it's not a proof question. And on the left side we have cos plus sine. So the first thing that this question should trigger for you is that's one of our identities. Is it a sine one or a cos one? Sine alpha or cos alpha plus beta? It is a cos one. Is it an adding or subtracting one? Subtracting one. So this is my alpha, this is my beta, alpha, beta, and it's going to equal cos alpha minus beta equals 1. And if I simplify that, this becomes cos 3x equals 1. So the first thing this question triggered was that there's an alpha plus beta. So we solve that alpha plus beta, and now we have to solve cos 3x equals 1. What kind of question is this? What does this trigger? Sorry? It's an algebra question. Yeah, we have to solve for cos, and there's a 3x inside of the cos. When have we seen this 3x inside of cos before? A multi-revolution question. So this, we gave it a name just for this reason. So when we see it, we can name it, and we can say it's a multi-revolution question. So what were the things that we did for a multi-revolution question? Well, we changed the domain. Instead of from 0 to 2 pi, 3x's would be between 0 and 6 pi, which is 3 times around. So when we're solving for it, we would first say, is 1 on your pi plate for cos? Ooh, I've got to be a little careful here. Do you notice the original domain has just a less than sign there? So when I multiply everything by 3, that should just be a less than sign there. Okay, so when is cos equal to 1? 0, and then 2 pi, that's the first time around. Second time around would be 2 pi and 4 pi. Third time around would be 4 pi and 6 pi, but 6 pi isn't included. So this one is extra tricky on the domain because the end would have been included, but according to the domain that was given, we can't include 6 pi. So if we have 0, 2 pi, and 4 pi, if I want to solve for x, I divide each of them by 3, and I get 0, 2 pi over 3, and 4 pi over 3. And each of those answers is between 0 and 2 pi. So first of all, we recognize this as an alpha plus beta question. And then after simplifying it, it became a multi-revolution question, which then we could solve completely. So this will often happen in math. When I looked at that originally, did I think of multi-revolution question? Maybe a bit, because I saw the 4x. The 4x might have triggered a multi-revolution kind of idea. But then with all the other sine and cos, we had to first see it as an alpha plus beta question, and then it became a multi-revolution question afterwards. Okay, 15 and 17, we're going to try right now along with those other questions.